lot of stuff that I talk about is proven, right? I don't like theory. I don't like theorists. I don't like the Instagram entrepreneurs trying to sell you a fucking course, right? I like authentic and genuine, and Tyler is that person, both as a leader, as an operator, as a friend, as a husband, and as a father. And I've witnessed all of those. Welcome back to another episode of All or Nothing in Real Estate. I'm your host, Matt Smith, the founder of All or Nothing in Real Estate. As a reminder, this podcast is a movement to give back to this amazing industry that has given so much to me and my family. And guys, today I have a dear friend, a special guest, a special human, my good friend, elite leader, amazing father, Tyler Blair. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Dude, thank you so much for having me. I am just freaking pumped. So pumped. So thank you.
Dude, it's an honor to have you. You're what's Dustin say? You're a beauty of a human, and I totally
Yes.
agree. Right?
Thank you.
As I've gotten to know you, spend more time with you, man. It's just you are a beauty of a human. So I
Well,
appreciate.
thank you. Thank you. I feel just lucky to be around you guys. I mean, you're incredible, an incredible model, an incredible role model, family and business. So I'm lucky to be around you guys,
Man.
especially you.
Feelings mutual, my friend. And so, for those of the audience that everyone knows Tyler because you're super famous, right? But for those of you that maybe don't know Tyler and need reminded, tell us a little bit about who is Tyler Blair.
Yeah, my name's Tyler Blair. I founded the Legacy Real Estate team in beautiful Arizona. I started it a little bit, probably 10 years ago by myself. In that time, I've grown my family and my team together. I've got four beautiful humans that call me dad, an amazing wife that I am so lucky to have. And then we are sitting at 106 agents on the team, and we've grown organically for a long time, and then we got real serious about recruiting, and so anyway, that's me in a whole.
And you guys will close what? Just around 800 transactions this year?
Yeah, a little over 800 we should, so
Yeah. So it
yeah.
just runs a little operation, right?
Yeah, just a small one, I guess.
I love it, man. And one of the things that not only is, as you guys know on this show, a lot of stuff that I talk about is proven, right? I don't like theory. I don't like theorists. I don't like the Instagram entrepreneurs trying to sell you a fucking course, right? I like authentic and genuine, and Tyler is that person, both as a leader, as an operator, as a friend, as a husband, and as a father. And I've witnessed all of those. And so,
Thank you.
as an example, the last event that we were at, do you remember the picture I sent you, Tyler, while you're on
Yeah.
stage?
Yep,
I was
yep,
up on
I
stage,
have it, I
just
have it ingrained in my head, so yes, I do.
on stage crushing. I mean, just destroyed. The last guy at a 2 day event, and he had everybody just on the edge of their seat. He absolutely destroyed. And and one of the things that I observed is I got to meet his wife and a couple of his kids that came, and they were just locked in the back of the room watching you just destroy, serving the mission, man. It was so good.
It was you sent me that picture later. I have chills right now talking about it. Like, I appreciate that picture because those are the moments you don't see. I'm in it. I'm in the game. I'm dropping the heat. And then to see that picture later, I was like, wow, obviously overwhelmed and all that. But it's just so thank you for that picture because it was worth well more than a million words. Like, it is just so thank you for that.
Well, dude, I just happened to stumble across it. I'm like, dude, that's epic. Tyler needs to see what I see right now. So
So good. I'll post it on Facebook so everybody can see it too.
I love it, man. Dude, dude, we there's so many avenues that we could go.
Yeah.
Let's just go straight to what's working right now, right? Like, you're a coach in the Chat Black community alongside myself,
Yep.
lead operator, and I think we get a unique perspective as people that are proven, people that are tested. Not that we have it all figured out. We're still learning this thing every single day,
Amen.
but we've learned a thing or two, and we also get to see behind the curtain of some of the elite operators in the industry. And so a lot of people are struggling right now.
Yep.
So, what is some advice that you would give people, man, that are maybe having challenges, maybe having a struggle, a rough year? Like, what have you seen that's proven and that's working right now, either in your business or in coaching clients' business that we can learn from?
Recruiting. It should be the only thing that a team leader is focused on. There should be nothing else other than production for the agents on the team, but recruiting is everything. It's the reason that I'm up this year. It's the reason that if you talk to any team and they're up, I guarantee you it's because they're recruiting. It's the thing that we should only be talking about. I mean, first of all, if you have something that's great, shouldn't you share it with everyone else?
Yeah.
Especially right now when people need a leader to stand up and be like, this is working, do this, right? And if you have that system, why would you hold that back from people? Instead, you're so worried about what other people think. Instead, you need to just get rid of that and just drop the mic on how amazing you are, but show the people. But that's how you change people's life in this industry. You have to jump in full feet as a leader, not care what other people think, and literally do whatever it takes, but model it. And that's where the recruiting comes in because you have the system as a leader.
Yep. So good, man. And I think there's two things that matter right now: recruiting and leadership.
Yeah. I mean, that's it.
Everything else is vanity. Everything else is a distraction. It's a smokescreen. It doesn't matter. And I get to see that for my coaching clients from like people like you that I get to be friends with and learn from. And nobody that's an elite operator has argued with that.
No.
Right. And so,
N-
man, one of the things that you shared that I want to go deeper on is like this podcast, this brand is called All or Nothing because that's a mindset that I adopted years and years ago. And it doesn't mean like, hey, all or nothing, and like it doesn't work. Like only like it doesn't mean what most people think. The meaning of all or nothing is what you just said. If you're going to do something, give it your all or don't waste your time.
Yeah.
So many people go through life half-assing things, right? They just, well, I tried that one time, or they find this way, this ego gets in the way, there's an excuse, there's a crutch, there's something that happens. And so I want to frame this for everyone. So team leaders, this is for you. Agents, I've got some stuff for you later if you're listening to this, but team leaders, pay attention. Your agents right now are struggling. Maybe they're not selling as much real estate as they should be. Maybe they're not making the amount of income that they should be. And they come to you and they say, how can I need some help? Can you help me? What's the number one thing you always say to them? What do you say, Tyler? They have to do what? They
They
got to
got to do the work.
they got to prospect. They got to make more phone calls. It's
They
a
got to do
constant
the
sport.
thing that nobody wants to do, and that's get on the damn phone.
So the thing is, get on the damn phone with people who are potential buyers and sellers. Another
Correct.
way of saying prospecting is what if we framed it this way, Tyler? All our agents do is they recruit buyers and they recruit sellers each and every day. That's what they do. And so if we know that that's what would get any agent that's anywhere to where they want to go, why do we then, as the leader, refuse to surrender to we need to recruit agents and that gets us where we need to go? Dude,
It's
it's,
the
it's
truth.
it's the biggest block that I see. It's like
It's
we
the
find
truth.
all of these excuses to not recruit. And it's the
And
one thing that would change everything.
it changes everything. It is the one thing that changes everything. Like I'm living proof of it. Dude, there's no way I would be in business right now if I had not recruited. Not a chance. There's
Same.
no way you have 60 agents or even 70 agents in the messy middle without recruiting. Because if not, you're going to end up losing people and then it just all hell breaks loose and you're done.
Yep.
But you have to make sure you keep on bringing on new people that see the vision because the vision's everything and people are joining you that's the hardest thing for people to understand. No, they're following my process. Yes, I understand that, but they're following you as a leader. They're looking for that William Wallace to stand up with their flag and be like, follow me,
Let's
get right
go.
here, I know what to do, here's my paint, let's roll. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Well,
But
you said it
model it.
too, right? Like it's model and demonstrate, right? And so you got to model and demonstrate the behaviors that you want to expect. That's why I think recruiting is number one and leadership's number two.
Yeah,
Because you like if you have recruiting without leadership, you may temporarily fool the market, but it's
sure.
for a matter of time.
Correct. You're done after a few years because people, I mean, there's a short attention span. I mean, everyone is that way. And
Yep.
so to get an agent consistently doing the thing constant is difficult.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
difficult.
Good man. So what do you see? Why do you think that people struggle like surrendering to recruiting will solve all my problems?
Um, I think honestly, they're getting in their own way. Um, whether it's imposter syndrome, whether it's their ego, because it's one of the two probably. Um, but I feel like when you jump in with both feet, those kind of go away, and then you're the vessel. As John says, you're just the vessel. So you're the dummy that's just getting the information out. That's the way I'm like, my body's my body. I'm just that guy that, the thing out in front of the cell, you know what I'm talking about?
The
I'm
used
just
car sale lot? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just this guy, but I'm the guy that's saying what should be done, right? Um, but I think the biggest thing is just getting out of their own way. Like, honestly, you want your agents to do all of these million things when really the only thing that matters is lead generation, prospecting. Well, as a team leader, the only thing that matters for you is prospecting. Period. Having real conversations with agents that you can help.
Yep.
Because
And go
Go
ahead.
ahead. I was just going to say, at the end of the day, bringing on those people shows the other agents on your team, one, you're not messing around. And two, like, hey, other people see this vision too. It keeps everybody motivated. And our biggest problem was some of our OG agents wouldn't fall into the new standards. Well, when
Yep.
you're bringing on new agents that start
Bingo.
killing it, literally, like we have a new agent that has 6 pending, more pending than any of our OGs. Oh, what are they doing? You know that system I told you to do? They're
Yep.
doing that.
Yep. And instead of it becoming and here's where I see leader, dude, I want to talk about sticking points, and I'm curious your perspective. I've
Okay.
just, I've been in a lot of rooms. I've observed. I've learned from amazing people like you. I'm operator myself, and so there's a philosophy that I've adopted is that in real estate, everyone does it differently, and it also works differently for everyone.
Yes.
Not a one size fits all model.
Correct.
But I have found trends and consistencies that people fall into consistently, no matter what path they're on. And one of those is sticking points. And so I think most team leaders, they get to a sticking point, and their first sticking point is going from salesperson to leader of salespeople.
Yep. That's a conversation I had yesterday with someone on the phone. Literally. Sorry, keep going.
Yep. And it's a whole different skill set.
Yep.
And so here's why I think people get stuck though. As an example, Tyler, when you first started in sales, were you as good as you are now?
No way. Not even close.
How did you develop the skills that you have?
Constantly growing and learning by
Repetition.
yeah, by doing it.
One of my beliefs is sometimes you're not good at something because you haven't been bad long enough.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not good at something because you have not been bad long enough. When I first started in sales, I was awful. You know how I got good? Being
Doing
bad
it.
long enough. And
Yep.
I would learn and get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And here's what happens. As we grow and we progress from the salesperson that doesn't know anything to start getting some success to maybe starting a team, guess what happens? There's this ceiling that we hit. And this
Yep.
ceiling is called ego because we are not willing to put the training wheels back on and go back to being a beginner to learn how to be a leader, to how to lead the other salespeople. And so we get stuck because we get frustrated that other people
Yep.
doing what we tell them to do. We think leadership is, hey, well, I told you to do this thing, so go do the thing. I'm the boss, you should listen. And the reality is, leadership
Yeah.
is not a place of authority, it's a place of responsibility.
Correct.
Put the hat on that you're a leader, you are instantly required to do more.
Yes.
You need to model
Period.
straight the behavior that you expect of others. Tyler said it. You know what? Get on my back. William Wallace. We're doing this together. Here's my leadership principle. I've never heard Tyler say that before, but this is why we're in alignment. Is because I will never ask you to do something I have not done or will not do alongside you. Period.
Amen.
And that's why, guess what? Our organizations grow. People respect us. And good things happen in our life because we're willing to actually do the thing that most people are afraid of doing.
Correct. I mean, that's like my dude, day 3 with us, 1,000 dials.
Yep. Dude, you're
And
crazy, by the
and
way.
and people are like, oh my gosh. And I'm like, exactly. That's why we do it. Because it creates the hard right off the bat. Should we be working together? I mean, you guys, we had two on Monday that finished and one yesterday that finished. Three people did their 1,000 dials already this week on our team.
Yep.
None of them left. Not one. But we set the stage. This is why we do the 1,000 dials. This is what you should expect. Expect to be here all day. It's going to suck. Like we tell people.
Dude, so good. Because so I do it a little bit differently, but similar principles, right? And so our onboarding is called boot camp.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
And it's called boot camp on purpose. One of our
Mhm.
is where we started is right outside a military base. And guess what? Is everyone graduate boot camp? Nope. Is boot camp easy or is it hard? It's one of the hardest fucking things you will do. Why?
Exactly.
Because it makes the rest of your time easier.
Correct.
And so that's exactly what we do intentionally in boot camp. And when we're onboarding someone, that's what Tyler does too, is we want you to fall on your face. We want you to struggle because we're there to pick you back up. We'll help you dust off, keep going. But guess what? It's just like this poster behind me. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. You're going to get punched in the mouth in real estate. It's going to happen.
A
We
bunch.
want to teach you how to keep getting back up and moving forward. And so that's why it's important how you onboard. And that's where I think recruiting fixes a lot of problems is because you're able to reset the standards and expectations versus the OGs planting their flag and saying, I'm not conforming to a new system. I've been here forever. Okay, great.
Yep.
You win. I don't want to argue with you. You win. I'm just going to bring in new people that will, and they're going to start doing the thing. And guess what? You're going to see them and you're going to look up to them because they're passing you by. And you're going to be like, what are they doing? And now instead of me forcing you to do something you don't want to do, you ask me, how can I do the thing? I
Correct.
want to do it. And that's where you change an entire culture, entire organization, and it doesn't happen without recruiting.
And it can actually happen way quicker than you think.
Yep.
You just got to get some bodies in there.
Yep.
Literally. I mean, the right bodies. I shouldn't say bodies. I mean the right avatar agent for you.
We got to recruit to that standard,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
You got
The
to
new
recruit to,
standard.
yes, you recruit to the new standard and you recruit to the new expectations, and every onboarding class should improve the environment and the culture and the organization.
Yep.
100.
Amen. Yep.
Dude, so on sticking points, so that's sticking point number one. I think there's
Yep.
sticking points. Sticking point number two is the leader that refuses to surrender to recruiting, right? So you go from salesperson to leader of salespeople. Now,
Yeah.
once I learned a little bit of leadership, I got some salespeople producing. Now I have to surrender to realize to keep what I have, I got to keep recruiting. If I want
Yep.
to grow, I have to recruit.
Yep.
I think that's another sticking point that we have, and I think it's the training wheels thing, right? We're not willing to go back to be a beginner because we start reading our own press clippings, we start thinking that we're the best thing ever, and I
Correct.
don't have to do that thing anymore because I'm above that.
I
And
shouldn't have to.
yeah,
Like, are
yeah,
you kidding me? You
yep.
know?
Dude,
Um,
I think we adopt the same mentality. It's just whatever it takes, man.
amen. I literally, while we were talking about kind of that at the beginning, I thought, man, I'm gonna get a bunch of shirts made for the team, whatever it takes.
I love it.
But because it's the truth, like at the end of the day, it is what it is. It just takes what it is. So we just need to do that. And when
But
you follow the data, you can.
how many people do you feel like get distracted from that
Uh,
or move off of that target? This is more of my coaching hat for a minute, right?
Yep, yep.
Into my organization, but also team leaders is what happens is we think that as a leader now we have to be an entertainer and we should
Yeah.
sound cool and we need to bring up something new and exciting. But the reality is we just need to stick back to the thing that works and keep them back on target.
Production.
Yep. If
That's it.
you don't have
Production.
revenue, nothing else matters.
Exactly. And then people are happy. And the people that aren't happy are the ones not doing the thing that you're telling them to do.
You know why I have a philosophy on this. I have a lot of one-liners.
I love it.
That's how I remember things.
I love it.
And so I actually learned this from Ed Milet. What you just described is productive people are happy people. Said differently, winning is more fun than fun is fun.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
get a culture of winners, and they'll have a lot
Yeah,
of fun.
it's true. That's the 100% the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I love it.
a closed loop on the sticking point, and I want to go back to recruiting or onboarding. But this other sticking point that I see, just I want to bring this to awareness and get your perspective because I see so many people get stuck here, and I want to help them work through it. Right?
Yeah.
The messy middle doesn't have to be messy. You're making
Nope.
it messy by how you avoiding the things that you need to do. And so
Yep.
the next one is going from leader of salespeople to a leader of salespeople who recruits to now you have to become a leader of leaders.
Yep.
Whole another skill set. You have to learn how to develop other people underneath you.
Yep.
And I think that what I've realized, man, is that every time somebody hits a sticking point, it's usually one of those things. Like a real,
Yeah.
not a, oh, I had a rough week, but like I'm literally stagnant. It's usually one of those things is the reason why. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. No, I would agree with you 1000%. I would not argue. I would say that you got to have someone in your corner making sure that you get through the sticky points quick,
Yep.
because I've been stuck in those sticky points for too long. And that's when I knew I wasn't around the right people, or I
Yep.
didn't have the right coach, or maybe there was some issue at home
Mm,
that my alignment at home was off to where it was affecting my work and all of that. Does that make sense? So I knew it
absolutely.
was one of those three things. But at the end of the day, when we have that alignment at home, it just fixes everything, because then you can go to work with no regret. No, you feel, you feel an obligation, not a pullback. Like,
Yep.
when you can feel your family pulling you opposed to pushing you. And I've never talked about this before. I'm really just digging into this, but like, you know what I'm talking about, right? When your family
100%.
pushes you opposed to pulling you. I'm like, that's when your family's in alignment of your goals and your goals as a family.
Yep.
And I know I just went off on a tangent there because I
Oh,
talked on
really
alignment,
good.
but I'm like, I feel like that, I would argue that that is the thing that stops people from recruiting, is their alignment not at home, so they can't give the attention to, oh, you can't chase two rabbits is what I've always told. Well, bull crap, because I've done production and I've been an amazing recruiter at the same time, because I was in alignment at home, so I had enough time to do these other things. Yeah. Oh, I don't have enough time to chase these two rabbits, but I watch a Netflix series every freaking night. You see what I mean? Like, I just like, I just have a hard time with that stuff. So I feel like if your alignment at home, number one, is good, they're pushing you, helping you push to your goals as a family, because usually your goal as a business is should go align with what you want as a family.
Dude, so good. And it's not off topic at all. Not a tangent. It's the truth.
Okay.
And um, I have some thoughts on this, but I want to go deeper because again, I've witnessed this in you. I've witnessed the alignment that you have at home. And so
Yeah.
I'm just curious, I haven't always had that. I have that now. I haven't
Yeah.
always had it. And so I've learned a lot of lessons along the way ways that I messed it up. And so I'm curious as someone right now that says, Tyler, that sounds great, but I'm struggling. Like,
Yeah.
how do I get my family in alignment? What advice would you give them?
Go on a date night every week with your wife, no matter what. I don't care if you have 14 kids. I don't, it doesn't matter.
Especially if you have
Yeah,
14.
yeah. Actually, be careful, because then comes number 15. So be careful. But my point is, like, that alignment between the two of you fixes the alignment with your children, which then all of that alignment together, I'm like doing all this with my hands. All of that alignment together is what drives your business. So I'm like, that one thing, if I and that's why I always tell people, have you missed your date nights with your wife? And they're usually like, yep. I'm like, there it is. Go do that. And then boom, it's like a light switch.
Yep.
And don't talk about business the whole freaking time.
Yeah.
Be
So
careful with the date night full business.
yeah, date night is crucial. I want to go deeper.
Sure.
Because I think that that's really, really important. But I also think sometimes, not that I want to talk too much business, but I also think it's important to this notion of work life balance is bullshit. Work life integration, it's one life that you live.
Mhm.
Find a way to integrate it together. And so
Correct.
when I hear the word alignment, and I hear it specifically alignment at home, It reminds me of conversations that I was forced to have because I was not doing it correctly when I first started. Dude, when I first started, I was just my back was against the wall.
Uh-huh.
My wife was on her deathbed in the hospital. I had 3 months of electric bills behind, and I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta go. And that's all I did, right?
Yeah.
And then my daughter's walking around the house. I'm like, when did you start walking? Right? Because I was just so like I had as a in like call this whatever it is.
Provider.
It's the truth. As a man, I have to fix
Yep.
shit for my family. And so
Yep.
whatever it takes, right? And
Yep.
so, but what I realized is that thankfully I had that moment of like, there's got to be a different way. And so what I started doing is we have family meetings and we talk about the mission and we talk about the vision and we talk about why I do what I do. My 13-year-old sat in a mastermind that I hosted yesterday and took 5 pages of notes
Amazing.
because she sees what I'm doing. And most importantly, she knows why I'm doing it. Like
Yep.
they don't even know that I really have a job because I don't tell them I'm going to work.
Yeah.
I tell them the mission. I'm leaving so I can go help people.
Yep.
I'm going to help people today.
Yep.
Like if a teacher asked my daughter, "What does your dad do for a living?" They'll probably say, "Help people." Right? Because that's the only message that I share with them. And then guess what? I bring them in so they have experiences to see that.
That's the
Just,
biggest part.
just like you did when they saw you from stage delivering that value, man. That's why that resonated so much with me. And why I saw that is because like it's like I've had those moments with my family, and it's just like it's solidifying the mission. And it's like
Yeah.
we're in this together now. And not only your wife, but your kids now see it.
Correct.
And it's the I believe when you're aligned at home, you become so much more dangerous in a good way at work because
Absolutely.
you're not sacrificing at home so you can gain at work.
Correct.
You are together sacrificing the bigger picture so we can gain together.
Correctly. Right. It's like a gravity pull,
Yeah.
right? And your spouse, you have like a gravity pull with them. And you're drawn to them for a reason. And if they're drawing away from the mission, it's not going to do nothing but cause a problem in your marriage and in your business. So that's why I tell my agents, I'm like, if you have an issue at home, you get home and get that fixed, and then come in when that's all good.
Yep.
Because if that alignment, if I mean, to get real vulnerable, I literally, Callie and I were in an argument like 2 weeks ago, and we don't get in arguments often. Like it's very, very rare. And I was like level 12, like pissed. I was annoyed. And I was like, you know what? I just need a minute. She's like, you don't want to talk right now? And I was like, I just need a minute. And I sat down on the counter, I mean on the kitchen table, and she sat down next to me. And then I sat down there and I was like, "Hey, I'm really sorry for how quick I just reacted to that." And she goes, "Whoa, that was quick." And I said, "Well, I just want to make sure that I see your side, because at the end of the day, if I'm coaching people on how to do this, I need to make sure that I'm constantly making sure that I'm getting better with you too." So, like, at the end of the day, I had to have a realization with myself right in that moment, like, "Hey, dude, calm down. We're on the same team here.
Yep.
We're in alignment. Good. We're good. Off to work." Right? The old me would have let that go for way too long, not days, but definitely hours. And
Yep.
then I would have went to work and had a horrible day
Because
when
you can't leave that baggage at home.
no, and then they're having a terrible day too.
Yep.
So it
And
was like,
so I want to give one more that's a really good story, man. I appreciate you sharing that. I want to give one more tactical thing that I've learned along the way is that there are times, Tyler, where I would be willing to bet you would agree with this that the market, the business, the season that you're in requires more of you.
oh yeah,
And
right
so
now.
what I did wrong in the past was I would bear that myself.
Hmm. Yep.
And then I would come home and they would be disappointed because I was working late hours and I was doing, and it just added more and more. Instead
Yep.
of now we communicate ahead of time, I explain what that looks like. We create boundaries like a date night. We create boundaries like between 7 and 8 p.m. every night. I have family time, most important time of my day. You can't get off.
Love it. I love it.
I don't exist to the outside world. Right. And it's like I had to create these boundaries so that no matter what the season is, I communicated up front, but also this is the priority.
Yep.
right? And so I think those little tips, I think, and tricks may help people that are struggling with that because I think real estate demands, like, especially if there's like newer agents or maybe someone's growing into a phase right now where the market, like you said, right now is one of those seasons. It requires more. And so knowing that, are you actually prepared for that? Are the people in your corner prepared for that? Have you communicated that clearly of what that looks like? And have you asked them, even though this is happening and I'm committed to the mission, what do I need to do to still be committed to you and show you?
Yep, exactly. And then them being open about that. That's what, to piggyback off that, my wife and I call it seasons. And
Hmm.
I just tell her like, "Hey, I'm in a season right now. But
Yep.
hey, when we go to Disney World, I'm all yours. Like I will be 100% there. But here's the thing, I can't get to Disney World and be half there.
Yep.
Because then next time I try to grind again, she's going to be like, "Well, what the hell? You didn't follow through on what you said, right? Last time, blah 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 blah." So that's why we go in seasons, and I tell her like, "Hey, for the next 3 weeks, I am." mm, but
Yep.
then when I get to Disney World, I'm all you guys. And so it's that's has really worked for me. And for me, I really love looking forward to something. I need to look forward to a trip of some kind of something. So I'm always have a trip or something booked. That way I'm grinding to something.
Yeah.
Anyway, just a
You
little
know what?
tip.
That's funny, man, because a lot of I've never heard you say that before, but a lot of I think just success leaves clues, and a lot of high level people have similar things. Like I subconsciously sabotage myself. And what I mean by that is that I put obstacles or roadblocks in a way that require me to become more and require me to do more. And whenever I do that, something kicks in and it's like, all right, it's game time.
And you go. Yep, it's a switch.
Otherwise, complacency starts to kick in and like and so like I've learned that about myself too, is that I've got to create a target. And sometimes I've got to find something that is big enough, that is meaningful enough, that is a big enough target or important enough target that it requires a different version of me. Otherwise, I just get bored and I get lazy and I get complacent and it's just not good, right? And
Yep.
so
Yeah.
I need something to chase. And so it's interesting you said that because I'm the same way.
Yeah. I I just know who I am, and I know what makes me tick. I'm not the guy that's going to read that email super intently, but you know what I mean? But
What is that?
like a
No,
massive email. What?
yeah, I'm just joking. I don't check my emails.
Oh, yeah, okay, there you go. Like I'm not that guy, but like if you need a guy to talk to, like hey, I'm the guy, right? So it's just knowing who you are, but then working this business around who you are, I think is key. And remembering like yes, we're going to help people, but also remember that you can build a team around you so where you can actually have a life.
Yep.
Yes, we're here to help people, and yes, we're going to do that. But in that, you're going to help yourself by giving yourself back some time.
Dude, you've talked about that a lot, and that's one of the things I wrote down that I want to pick your brain on is that how what advice would you give people that are struggling with that, like that finding that line, finding that balance? Like I call it work-life integration, right? So how what advice would you give people? What advice do you give your agents that are like, because there's not many leaders, Tyler, that say, hey, you're struggling at home, go home. Like, get out of here, go fix that. That's priority. Like
Yeah,
most leaders are all about like, well, you got to make your calls first, make my money, and then you can go, right?
yeah.
So it's just like caring for the human, and you understand the importance of that. So what advice would you give the listeners that they can implement that would help them like just work through that integration?
Yeah. I mean, I think empathy just goes a long way. And I think at the end of the day, we all went through COVID, and some switch went off on people where like humanity kind of went away. Like the stuff you see on social now, and people not giving hugs and shaking hands, and I'm like, man, what happened to just being human? And that's what people want right now. Yes, they want the William Wallace leader to lead the way, but they want him to a person that's going to hold their hand along the way and also be the hot sauce when they need it.
Yep.
Right. So, like, if I could give any advice, it would be like, and 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 I keep going to a morning routine because I just feel like if you can do the first thing right each morning, that leads your day for success. And there's people out there that say like, I don't need mornings. I get up and yes, but what are you doing something for you first thing in the morning? Whether that's the sun, whether that's praying, whether that's a book, I don't really care. But I feel like if you can learn you first and get you taken care of first, then you can give to others. And I feel like at first I was always giving, 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 giving. Well, then it drains you.
Yep.
And if you're taken care of, you see what I'm saying? If you're taken care of, then you can be the best version for you, for your wife, and for your agents, and for your people. So then, because and it goes in this order. For me, it goes me, my wife, my kids, my business. Right? Yes, faith and God, all that. Yes, please, I'm not discrediting any of that. You can put that first, sure. But when in the grand scheme of things, the things I can control, it's literally myself, my wife, my kids, my business. And as long as I follow that order, everything kind of aligns. That's
Yep.
the order that I follow. And then so I just try to have my agents follow that order. And with empathy though, because I feel like on a side note, I feel like we give grace to everybody else. Literally everyone. Oh, I really messed that up. Hey, no problem, man. No problem. But then when we mess something up, we'll be down about it for a day or upset about it because that one thing that we messed up or that listing appointment there, that agent we didn't get, or the person we didn't get in our downline, or the money we didn't make, or the shit year we had last year. And I just feel like if we were working on us every single morning for just 5 freaking minutes, then you can be the best version of you for your family, which then goes into your business. Because I walk in here happy every single day. The only way I walk in here happy every day is that I know my kids and my family are good. That's what makes me happy to be able to push for my team.
So good. Man, there's something that you said, and I wrote down something so I wouldn't forget. And you spot on. You hit the nail on the head. Is if we talk to others like we talk to ourselves, dude, we would have no friends in this world.
Nothing.
We have to start realizing the words that we say to ourselves matter.
Everything.
Yes, it's
It's
so,
giving me chills. It's giving me chills. Because, dude, if you want to go change the world, you can. It's up to this.
yep,
I mean, look at the life John has built. Look at
yep.
the life Alec. Look at the life you and me and Dustin and dude, we're not like these profound individuals.
Dude, if we can do it,
That's my
no,
point.
right?
That's all I'm saying. Like, I just mean anybody can do it, but it's in here, dude. And we're around the right people.
Yep,
We've found the right tribe to run with.
yep.
So then when you get down, I'm like, Matt, bullshit, dude. You're amazing. You kidding me? But you don't get down because you're too great, you know?
I don't, man, I'm not perfect.
I
But
know it. I know. I'm just messing. But
yeah,
you
so man, that's really, really good. I think there's some like I want to kind of unpack a couple of things that I heard you say is that you got to take care of you so you can take care of others. And like there's a couple of things for work-life integration that I think like tactically people can apply. Number one is when you're at work, be at fucking work.
yes,
So many
please.
people come into the office and they lollygag and they Facebook and they find everything to do besides the thing they know they need to do.
Correct.
Exercise that I give. I want play along with me if you're not driving because I don't want you to wreck. But if you're listening to this, play along with me. Close your eyes, and I want you to think about the person that means the most to you in this world. The person that you do what you do for. The person that helps you get out of bed, that is your motivation, that is your why. I want you to visualize that person. Now I want you to think every single day when you walk into the office, you've got a GoPro on, and it's a live stream and that person is like, mommy, daddy, whoever the person is, you left me at home or you sent me to school with these crazy people so that you could go and do this and call it work? Or would they be proud of the effort that you're making, the results you're having, the lives you're changing? That's how you can tell. Am I really at work? Am I working or am I just at work? And I think so many people get that wrong. Like just clocking in and clocking out ain't gonna cut it
Yep.
in the state. right? You only get paid for results. And so I think that's a great exercise for people. Like, if would my kids, I'm spending time away from my kids to be here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make the fucking most of it.
absolutely.
And I just think so many people like they act too casual around that, man.
And I think part of that is they don't understand how important time is.
Yeah.
And I'm just reminded, and maybe it's because I remind myself every single day, every night, like, hey, put your kids to bed because I don't know when the last time I'm gonna sing to them is. Because there's gonna be a point where my 9-year-old's like, Dad, I don't want my song anymore.
Yeah.
Time just really gets you.
Yeah, man.
Didn't mean
So
to get emotional, but it's like it's everything. And this business, dude, you freaking know it changes everything. The trajectory of your life looks completely different because of this business, but
yep.
it's because of the work that you put into this business. You didn't give up. You busted your ass. You went through the hell. Your family went through the hell. And
Yep.
now it's finally paying off. But now it's because you're being so loud about the receipts that you deserve to show. Because who gives a shit what other people think if it's negative?
Yep.
I don't know, dude. I just get freaking, this is everything. And once people have that light switch moment, dude, you see it and you're
Yeah.
like, get the hell out of their way, man, because they're
Yep.
taking on the world. And then it's like, you got this. And
Yeah.
you sit back as a leader that helped, and you're like, it worked again,
Yep.
you know?
Well, I think, man, a word that you've shared a couple of times that it's funny how this works. You said the word alignment multiple times in this podcast. Man, we come up with a word every year as like a theme for our organization, and we just developed it earlier this week. We developed it. We rented out a movie theater and did our
Saw
quarterly.
that. Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
so the theme that we came up with, and the team came up with it, not me, because I usually I come up with it, but I asked everyone. I'm like, all right, what's like? There's a lot of different directions we could go. We've got momentum. We talked about execution last year. Like, what do you guys think? Like, I was struggling to come up with a theme, so I want to get your guys' input. And they interrupted before I was done. Like, they're like, Matt, you've said one word 18 times today. I'm like, all right, what is it? Like, I just did it unintentionally.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
they're like, you idiot. The word is alignment. The reason that we have the success that we are is because we're in alignment. We're
Yep.
in alignment together on the mission. We're in alignment
Yep.
on the values. We're alignment at home. We're like, and that's just our word for the year because when you're in alignment, everything else comes together.
Yep. It's the
So I think
truth.
that was interesting, man, that's you use that word a lot because it's just like that's my focus. And
Yeah.
there's so much depth to that word. And what's really, really cool, man, you mentioned like the people that you're running with and getting in the right rooms and around the right community. Like that's one of the things I've been obsessed with over the last 2 years is finding the right people to run with because I think it's so important that as you continue to progress and develop and to grow, you're evolving your community with other people that are thinking bigger, accomplishing bigger. And what I've realized is the bigger rooms I get in, the more successful people I hang around, the more
And the more they share,
the
it's crazy.
yep,
It's the lower agents that aren't sharing. And you're like, you go to the top agents, like, here you go.
yep.
It's
They give
great.
everything.
Everything. It's awesome. It's amazing.
And what I've realized, man, is that that's why they win.
Hmm.
Contributions undefeated.
Amen.
The reason that small people stay small is because they're small minded and they're scarcity minded and they think, well, if you have more, Tyler, that means I have to make less.
Correct.
What
Which is
successful
so
people
dumb.
realize though is that if I have a lot, now I can give other people more.
Correct.
And so there's an analogy that I learned this year. It may have been Dustin that shared this with me. I can't remember who it was, but someone shared this with me, and I thought it was absolutely brilliant. And so you were talking earlier about like as a leader, you're just giving yourself to the team and you're just pouring everything out. And a lot of times, I don't know if you said this, but you can agree with me or disagree. But for me, I gave myself so much at the own detriment of myself. Like I
Correct.
gave everything I had and I had nothing left.
Correct.
I think so many people, to use an analogy, let's say that you have two glasses, right? And you have a glass, and you think, well, for me to give to my team, I've got to pour my glass into them. But what I've realized, and that means that my glass is now empty. But what I've realized though is the way that I give to others is I pour into my own glass to where it's overflowing and everyone underneath me has everything they ever need.
Exactly, dude. It took me a long time. That took me a long time. I love that analogy. That's really good. Just overfill the cup, dude.
It. That's it,
And there's
man.
plenty for everybody.
That's right. That's right.
Just fill the freaking cup and quit worrying about it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like,
What's really cool, man, is that I'm blessed with a lot of things in my life. Got a lot of blessings. And one of the things that I've learned is that the more that I continue to give, the more that I continue to do things for the right reasons, the more that I continue to contribute just for the sake of contributing, the more blessings that come in my life.
yeah, it's the truth.
Right? It's crazy how that works.
Yep.
And I think that so many people get stuck because they're focused on the outcome and they're focused on the when do I get mine?
Yeah.
It's you got to do it for the right reasons. The law of reciprocity is real. You can't hack the
Yep.
system.
Right. And you can't be like, yeah, yeah, just say it. There's got to be action.
Yep.
The universe, the world, God, a tree, whatever the hell you believe in, rewards action.
Yep.
And you have to have action.
Well, I mean, like I'll give you an example, man. Like I'm very blessed in our coaching business and different things. I think I'm at 18 coaching clients, and I'm very blessed to be able to help all of these people. And it's just a dream come true. Like I love it, man. Like it feels
Absolutely.
right. Uh,
Yep.
but what's crazy, and this is the part that people maybe you don't even know this. I was a coach for the most clients I ever had was 3 clients for my first year and a half. And I grinded and I gave and I spoke and I did a webinar. I've done a podcast every single week for 3 years.
Wow.
And I've just given and given and given and given and given and get
Yep.
and I didn't expect anything.
Yep.
People would reach out and ask a question. I would just answer it, give it to them. And just over and I get more inquiries now. Like I get multiple times a week, people ask me, hey, what's it like to coach with you? Right? Because I've just focused on giving and giving and giving. And now like I'm receiving it back.
Yep.
I
Yep.
think so many people like struggle with that in as they're growing and scaling. And I think that I hope that people are listening to this and knowing that like I say that as like hopefully I'm the example of if people are listening to this, I hope I've helped you, right? I hope Tyler's episode and what he shared helped you. And I just would encourage you to like go help someone else, go give it back.
Yes.
Because
Please.
like if and John shares this a lot about his struggle and his sobriety and his journey. And I think it's just really, really good way to kind of wrap up our call today is that if someone is struggling, I remember when he said, when I was struggling the most, he said, I went to my brother and he said, I'm at the end. I need some help. He said, suck it up and go help someone. Someone else has it worse than you. And he said that moment like transformed everything for him because there's something inside of us. There's something inside of the human spirit. When we get to help someone else improve, we receive 10x more than they do. So if you're struggling right now, my belief is maybe, just maybe you've been selfish and it's cool. I would just encourage you to think, who can I go help? Who can I go
Yep.
help today? No strings attached. Because if nothing else, you'll feel way better about yourself. And I also believe that, again, God, the universe, whatever your belief is, like you will get it back.
So good. It's the truth.
Awesome, man. Well, dude, I appreciate your time. It was always great chopping it up with you. Really, really
Thank
good,
you.
man. I'll let you close this out. Like, what is one thing that you would like to just leave the audience with that you want them a lasting impression you want to leave on them?
Go attack 2026 like it's your last year. Like you have 1 year to build something for your family. And at the end of that year, you're gone. And what's left over stays with your family. That's how I want people to attack 2026 because there's massive opportunity that's coming and it depends on those people. Those people will take an ungodly amount of market share and it's just up to them. It's a decision, it's a choice. And I think it's all perspective on how you run.
Really good. I think so many people, man, in this world that we act too damn casual.
Yeah.
We procrastinate. There's always tomorrow. No, there is no tomorrow.
No,
Only
exactly. No,
today.
there's not. There's
You don't
not
know what
tomorrow.
tomorrow is going to bring. You
Exactly.
gotta act and you gotta have that hunger and that fire. I totally agree because my belief is this is the most opportune time you and I have ever seen in our career.
Hands down. Yep.
And
Yep.
guess what? I'm all gas. I know
Oh, I am.
gas.
I am all gas, baby.
And it's not to like I don't expect anything for the next couple of years off of it. But I know
No.
if I go in and I attack the day, how can I win the day every day? How can I bring the most value? How can I do the most for my agents? How can I do the most for my clients? How can I provide the most value? Like I will be rewarded far more than I ever imagined.
Yep.
So don't be
It's the
complacent.
truth.
Go out and attack the day. Tyler Blair, how do you want people to reach out to you if they're interested in learning more about you, your story, coaching with you? How do you want people to contact you?
Yeah. My Instagram is the Tyler Blair, or they can text me 480-291-4478.
Awesome. Awesome. Tyler, thank you so much for your time, my friend. Really
Thank
appreciate it.
you. Appreciate it, dude. This was awesome. I really appreciate it.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. As always, I ask there is no fee for the show. We don't have ads. We don't have any of that because we just want to give you straight value. And so all that I ask is that if you got value from this episode, share this with a friend. We're making a like this show keeps growing and keeps growing and keeps growing because amazing people like Tyler contributing, but also you listeners sharing this with your friends and people that need it. So continue to do that. Share the message. And as always, appreciate you guys. And Tyler, thanks again, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate you, brother.